loves, it's me, Elizabeth Lauren, and welcome to my channel. Today's video is a little life update all about what it's like to live on base. And before we get started, I just want to say that I have two dogs now, not just one anymore. There's Loki. I'll show you all of them later. But yeah, so they're a little loud. Right now they're kind of sleeping, but who knows with them, like they are annoying and they fight with each other. So if they make any noise in the background, I'm sorry in advance. Anyway, so before I get started with the whole moving in process, I want to tell y'all why me and Jeffrey didn't have a house when we first got to Grand Forks. And the reason is we weren't on the waiting list, and that's because we didn't have all of our paperwork. We were missing an LES statement, and I think Jeffrey had a copy of his orders, but I'm not sure. But yeah, we needed the LES statement, and we couldn't get that printed off, but we got most of our paperwork done. We just needed like that one paper. So we waited until we got on base, and we got that paper, and Jeffrey turned everything into housing. And then right after that, we started calling housing every day, which is what I recommend you do. Call housing every day, because temporary living facility, which is what we were in, it's basically like a mini hotel. It's really expensive. For 2 weeks, it's like $965. And yes, you do get reimbursed, but you don't get reimbursed for all of that. So call every day, bug the crap out of housing, let them know that you need to be out by a certain time or by a certain day, and they will do their best to get you out when you need to be out of TLF, because the lady that we talked to actually understood, and she was like, well, keep calling every single day and reminding us. And then by the second week we were in TLF, that weekend, she was like, oh, well, we have a house available, and she actually stayed or came in to work on a day that she was off, and she actually showed us the house. So I thought that was really, really sweet of her. So yeah, just call housing every day, bug them, let them know you need to be in a house once you're on that waiting list. And also call them every day and ask what number you are on the waiting list, because we were number 6 when we turned in our papers, and then because we were the first couple here and all the other people on the waiting list weren't here, we were bumped up to number 1 on the waiting list, and we got a house. So another thing I want to say before I start the moving in process is your experience might be different than mine. And the reason I say that is because I moved to North Dakota. It's really cold here, and I moved during the winter. So a lot of things were closed, and the base was kind of dead the first couple of days that we were there. Like literally no one was like driving around or anything because of the weather. But you might have a different experience. You could go somewhere sunny, and you know, it just might be different for you. So just keep that in mind, because everything that I'm telling y'all is based off of my experience. So for you, it could be different. So anyway, with the moving in process, I didn't really videotape signing the lease and touring the house for the first time, only because I was listening and getting a lot of information all at once, and I didn't think y'all wanted me to record an hour-long conversation about lawn maintenance and getting our mail key and stuff like that. Like, you don't want to hear that. So that's why I didn't film that part of my vlog. Oh, and touring the house, the reason I didn't film there is because, like I said in previous videos, you need to mark everything wrong with the house. So when we were being toured, I was already looking for little things, looking at the carpet, the blinds, the ceiling, the wall, make sure nothing's scuffed or broken, make sure there's no stains anywhere. Like in the cabinets, we have stains in the kitchen cabinets from the previous family that lived here. And there was like stains on the door, stuff like that. So make sure you take pictures, make sure you write everything down in your notes. And yeah, so you'll just need to know that in advance, because you want to make sure you have proof that you didn't do that. So mark it down. Anyway, so yeah, so I talked about that. Oh, furniture. So me and Jeffrey didn't have furniture when we moved, but we did have like a lot of kitchen appliances and bathroom stuff and clothes and just a TV, stuff like that. So basically, um, furniture-wise, look around town first. I recommend that because there's a lot of thrift stores here, and they actually have a lot of really good thrift stores here. And they have a couple furniture stores, but they're really expensive. And so if you don't feel like getting like used furniture, which there's nothing wrong with that. I mean, a lot of the furniture that we have is used. So like our bed, for example, the lady that showed us the house actually gave us a queen size bed because she knew we needed furniture. So, I mean, there's nothing wrong with that in my opinion. But if you do want good furniture, I recommend buying one piece at a time. Don't go out and start spending all your money at once because you think you have to have your house completely furnished. Start with a bed, kitchen table, a couch, like the necessities, and then work your way up, you know what I mean? And also, on Facebook, there is a group for North Dakota, and they do a lot of trading and selling and swapping, and there's like a bunch of little groups where you can go out and buy stuff. And me and Jeffrey actually got both of our TV stands. Our couch was free. Our couch was free, and it's a really nice couch. Both of our TV stands were, well, one was $50. No, one was $25 and the other was $75. So, no, I think it was $50. I can't remember, but it was pretty cheap. And we got a kitchen table for $50 plus the chairs, and at Target they're like $75 to $100 per chair, not including the table. So go on Facebook and type in whatever base you're at and start looking for groups, because there's a lot of groups on Facebook and they do a lot of selling. So that's one way you can get furniture. We actually have a lot of furniture. We got a computer desk, we got this cabinet thing, and I'll show you all that in a little bit when I show you the dogs. But we got a lot of our furniture there, so that's a good way to look, and it's cheap and you save a lot of money doing that. So I recommend that as well. And yeah, so like I said, we moved ourselves because we didn't have furniture. Now when we do have furniture, we'll get to move through the Air Force, and the first time you move through the Air Force, it's free, and then after that you have to pay. So that's why we kind of wanted to save our like first time kind of thing. I don't know, we just wanted to save it until we have furniture. Now the pros and cons of living on base. I'll start with the pros. One, you are near work, so for Jeffrey, he's closer to work. Will we live on base next duty station that we go to? Maybe. I don't really know. It just depends on the area. But we're living on base here because of the weather. Like, it gets really, really cold here and it snows a lot, and we just want to be close to base. So, yeah. So the pro is you're near work, like your husband or your spouse is near work. You feel safer because you're on a base instead of being in a town where you know no one. You're actually on base and you're around military people, so you just feel safer. People are really friendly. You could literally, like I said, there's a bunch of Facebook groups, and they have like a spouse page for Grand Forks, and they have a bunch of other pages, and you can be like, hey, my husband is being deployed and I need something moved, can you help? And people will reach out to you and help, because around here people are really, really nice. Events, there's a lot of events here. The housing office actually hosts a lot of events like bingo, and there's a bunch of family events like painting, and the other day they gave free pizza to anyone who wanted pizza between, I think it was like the morning until like 1, or no, maybe like 12, I don't know. But they gave free pizza is the point. So like they have a lot of events and they do a lot of really cool stuff for the spouses as well as for the Air Force people that, you know, live on base. And there is a bunch of parks and stuff, and there's a rec center as well. And like during the summer you can pay like $30 and rent a boat for a whole day, or four-wheelers and stuff like that. So yeah, that's some of the pros of living on base, or living on this base. Cons, this con would probably be for any base, and that is going through the main gate. It's annoying having to get out your military ID and always have it on you, and have to go through the gate and have to stop and give them your ID, let them scan it, and then give it back, and then drive like to your house. Like, it's kind of annoying when you have to do that all the time. Another thing is, when we got here, the buildings were closed because of weather. Like, a lot of buildings were closed, and it sucked because the housing office was actually closed one day when we were trying to turn in all our paperwork. So that kind of bummed us out because we were like really wanting to get a house already. But yeah, so the first couple of days we got here, mostly everything was closed and there was like no one walking around, and it just felt like a ghost town. So I mean, driving around, not walking around. And another thing that sucks is like if your husband's deployed and you want to leave, or your wife is deployed and you want to leave to go visit family, you have to let housing know, and you have to get the water turned off, and it's just like a big ordeal just to leave your house, and you have to be back. You have to be back within a certain time, otherwise you could lose your house. So yeah, it kind of sucks, because if you were to live off base, you could just go visit your family whenever you want and stay gone as long as you want. Well, it just depends on where you are, but yeah, so that's some of the pros and cons. There is a lot to do on base. They have a bowling alley, a gym, golf course, shooting range, family rec center, parks. They have a dog park, stores. They have a theater. They have a lot of stuff. So, I mean, this base is pretty cool and very friendly. I really like the people here. There's a lot of spouse support. They have a bunch of pages, like I said, for that on Facebook. Housing office hosts spouse events. And lastly, I wanted to talk about, well, I have a couple more things to talk about, but one thing is pets. You're up to, well, for this base, you're allowed up to 2 pets. So 2 dogs, 2 cats, 1 cat, 1 dog, stuff like that. No exotic pets, and some of the dogs that you get here, like you can't get a pit bull, can't have a German Shepherd. I forgot all the dogs that you can't have, but there's like a couple, Rottweiler, you can't have certain dogs on base. I don't know if that's at every base. I just know for this base you can't have certain dogs. So that kind of sucks because Jeffrey really wanted a pit bull. But yeah. Okay, this is the last thing I wanted to talk about is you may feel lonely in the beginning when you move, and that's because, you know, no friends, you're in a new place that you've never been, new town, new people, new culture. You may not have a car like me. I don't have a car, and that means I can't get a job, which sucks. Because I really like makeup and I like shopping and I really want to, you know, spend my money because my birthday is like next month, but like I can't because I don't have a job or a car. So yeah, like in the beginning you may feel lonely, and that's normal. Like for me, for example, when I lived with my parents, I was home alone the majority of the day, so being alone really doesn't bother me, and having pets helps because it keeps you busy. But if you're not used to it, it may make you feel lonely, but don't feel discouraged because there is a lot of spouse support. There's a lot of people that you can meet. Like Jeffrey's friends actually reached out to me or to us because you know, they wanted to know us. Like, Jeffrey's friend is married, so he was like, oh, y'all should come over for dinner, and that's how we made our first friends here. And then a lot of people at Jeffrey's work want to actually meet us or meet me because they have wives. So like, you'll meet people. Like, don't be afraid to meet new people, because I'm kind of a loner. Like, I kind of don't like being forced upon other people, but at the same time, it's good to be social and it's good to make friends. Sorry guys, my camera died. Why wouldn't it? But like I was saying, be social, make friends. Like, if your husband is like, hey, my friend and his wife want to have dinner, be like, yeah fam, let's have dinner. You know what I mean? Don't really say yeah fam, like, don't be awkward like me, okay? But like, just meet people, because the more people you meet, the easier it is to live here. And the reason I say that is, like, if you want to go visit your family, or you want to go out of town, let's say you and your husband have a couple, or he takes leave and y'all want to go explore, okay? You're going to need people to watch the house while you're gone. So it's important to have friends, and it's important to just meet people and meet your neighbors. Like, I personally haven't met my neighbor yet. I saw her once when I was walking the dogs, and I was like, it was kind of like that kind of thing. Like, it was like a hi and bye thing, but like, I haven't met the neighbors yet, but you know. But yeah, just meet people. I mean, if you want to be a loner like me, then it's fine. But like, if you want to meet people, then go on the Facebook group page, or go to the gym and be like, hey, nice yoga pants. Like, I don't know. Just, yeah, don't listen to me. Anyway, lastly, what I wanted to say is, if y'all have any questions, feel free to message me on my Facebook, my Instagram, well, not my Facebook, because I don't leave that linked. I leave my Wake Up and Makeup page linked, but not my actual Facebook. So anyway, just message me on my Twitter, my Snapchat, my Instagram, because I will answer any of your questions that you have. I've already met a lot of amazing people through YouTube that are kind of going through the same experience, and it's just really cool to have some, like, people to talk to, like, about this, because a lot of my other friends, they kind of just don't get it, and I'm not trying to be mean about it, they just don't get, like, what it's like to move on base by yourself kind of thing, and like, it's just really cool to have other people to talk to, basically. So yeah, if y'all have any questions, just message me. I'll leave all my socials down below. So I thought I would just show y'all my puppies, and show y'all a little bit of the furniture we actually got from thrift stores and from the Facebook page I was telling y'all about. So yeah, let's go. All my lights are off and it's kind of dirty in my house, but you know. This is Loki. He is cute, baby. Loki! Loki Lokes! I don't know what he's doing right now. Normally he listens to me. Show him your pretty eyes, baby. Yeah, that's my Loki. He's really cute. And then there's my fat boy over here. Loki gets really jealous of Nova. This is Nova. He's my sweet baby who takes naps, and he's just cute. He's like, no, put the camera on me. But yeah, there's my Nova cakes. Here's my babies. For example, this is not how our house is going to be set up. We just have it like this because we have no dressers. But this is a computer desk we got. $20 for this. And at Target, it's like way more expensive. So, I mean, like, come on. It's kind of small, and we kind of want to get another one. But for right now, this is just, you know, an option. Jeffrey got this, I believe, for 40. Hey guys, y'all can see me. Yeah, he got this for 40. And what's really cool about this cabinet, if I can open it, gosh. What's really cool about this is it actually has a light. And glass shelves, and there's an area at the bottom. And right now, that's how Jeffrey has his little cabinet. And yeah, it's just pretty cool. It has a light. This is how I had my my camera set up, so I could actually film, because I don't have a nice camera, nor do I have a camera stand. But Anyway, this little heart shelf we got at a thrift store for $20, I believe. And it's kind of cute. Jeffrey kind of stole it from me, even though he bought it for me, but then he ended up taking it. Now this is a little chair to my kitchen table. And that's the kitchen table. It's actually a glass table, but I put a cloth on top of it. But the 4 chairs plus the table was all $50. So this TV stand, we actually have 2 matching TV stands. One was $25, the other was I think $50. I'm pretty sure it was that much. I can't really remember, but yeah. So we got that, and they both match. They're in really, really good condition. There's nothing wrong with it, no scratches or anything. So you could get you a really nice TV stand from that group as well. We got this couch for free. It's a really nice couch. There's 0 stains on it. It's perfect. And it's a reclining couch, so these little thingies come out. We got that at Target, at Walmart for like $20. The table stand, not the little football thingy. We got a lamp that we actually got at a thrift store. It's a really, really cool lamp. You just click here, and there's your light. So we have a lamp. It has a little, it's a little bent, but we're gonna get a different shade because they have this exact lamp at Target for way more than what we got it for. So we're gonna just switch out the shade. So yeah, that was everything I wanted to show you guys. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see y'all in my next video. Bye!